Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. First carry now for Jordan Howard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Set. 60 out long. 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you guys ready?
A first down carry by Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing is Wentz. It's caught by Sanders.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Sunday.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now on first down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
X3, 218, chop. 46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, Wentz looking for Sanders here on the deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Here we go. Ready, go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 10 more there and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Wentz now on third and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now back to throw. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. As time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Bryant tacks on the extra point. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here we go on second and 12. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, it's Elliott. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Man, 5-7. Check, right, hey, over. All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Drops it underneath to Elliott.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go, defense. Let's set up.
They'll set up a throw. It'll buy some time right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Eluding the, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kick by Bryant is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Wentz, it's caught by Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Steps away. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That one looks like he'll throw here on the move to his left. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is caught. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And complete to Zach Ertz. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
In the field like